Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to a new top 10 video. This time we're gonna be reviewing the games that have been out since the history of mankind. Actually no, it's gonna be in my kind of age. I'm almost 20 years old, so it's gonna be from now, whatever games released until now, from like 10 years or 15 years ago. I'm not that old of a gamer, so there won't be a lot of oldish games. So let's get started, shall we? No, we shouldn't start before I say this. Remember guys, this is my top 10, okay? This is not the top 10 games of all time everyone accepts. It is a personal top 10, so if you have games that are not listed here, you have your own top 10 as well. So now let's get started. At number 10 we got Stalker. Now I'm not gonna say Stalker Clear Sky or Stalker Call of Pripyat, because they're basically both have the same things that you do in a Stalker game. With its amazing graphic when released with DirectX 11 lighting and shadow, it adds a really amazing spooky feeling to the game, which is one of a kind. The Stalker games are set in a post-apocalyptic open world with mutants of all kinds going through all the buildings, adding a real scary feeling when you're going out there alone. You also can trade with other factions. There are several factions that you can accept one and go against another. You can trade with them. The best thing you can find in this game is called artifacts. These are things that give you extra power and extra privileges over the others, like resistance to fire or resistance to radiation, or gives you extra backpack slots or things like that. And there's also an interesting side story for Stalker. But the great thing about this game is that it's an open world. You can go and explore as much as you like. This is gonna be at 10th place. At number 9 we got Far Cry. This is definitely what I mean, Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 2, because the previous Far Cries were crazy and I wasn't my type of game. With Far Cry 2 and 3 coming out with their amazing graphic open world sandbox game, it was one of a kind back in the days. It was basically like Call of Duty open world type game. It's an action game where you can hunt animals, wild animals. It's like they brought a totally separate hunting game into the same game, which is something I really loved. They also have cars to drive and some wine thing that you can fly with. And the amazing thing about Far Cry is that you can choose your gameplay type. Do you want to go and capture a place stealthily? Do you want to go Rambo style? Do you want to ambush a convoy? There are so many things to choose and to do in Far Cry. Like, you have one mission, you have like 10 ways to take out the targets or to control the area. This is something that makes me really happy. That's why it is at the number 9, and I can't wait for the next Far Cry. Himalaya Mountain, I think. At number 8 comes Arma. Well, when I say this, I don't mean the first Arma Cold War Crisis, I think something like that, but basically more Arma 2 and Arma 3, because I don't really live up to see the first Arma. Arma 2 and 3 comes with amazing graphics that lets you choose the resolution and the pixel density and everything like that in the option. You could go up to 200% of the current full HD scale that it can give you. This is something unique that comes with Arma. Also, it's the only war simulation out there. No any other games like that. Battlefield is very arcadish if you compare it to Arma, like even Battlefield, which has cars and everything. This is basically an open world sandbox. Gives you maps, gives the community modding option, where you could build up your own map, build up your own cars and everything, and you could put it into the game. There are so many guns and cars and airplanes and helicopters and tanks and speedboats and gunboats and everything in this game. It's definitely one of my all-time favorite games, especially Arma 3. There are so many different missions to choose from. There is an editor that comes with it. You can build your own missions. You can build your own stuff, put it in the game, build your own mission for it. How cool is that? The only thing that keeps this game from going upper than 8th place is the multiplayer lag. It's so annoying. I wish that they could add some official servers that Bohemia Interactive provides, not people buying other servers. That's the only thing that the only problem with this game, and that's why it's stuck at 8th place.
Swimming with my rebreather. I found it too.
Your base is mine. At number 7 we got Battlefield, especially Battlefield 3 and 4. The single player of Battlefield is average, not really that good, but something that really adds up for it is the amazing, coolest graphics I've ever seen, especially when Battlefield 3 came out, when they released the first trailer where the guy came out of the APC. It was ridiculous. I think this was a step towards the next gen of consoles, like Battlefield started that step. Battlefield also comes with a lot of people, 64 player map, multiplayer maps, cars, helicopters, airplanes. You can do a lot of planning and teamwork. You can use different playstyles. That's why Battlefield is always one of my favorite games. You can survive alone and you can also play with a team. You can do it both ways. That's why I like it so much. I'm not camping, guys, I'm just defending. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. At number 6 we got Metro, both Metro 2033 and also Metro Last Light. This is the best single player storyline I've ever played in any game. Metro is a unique game that you should 100% try it out if you haven't done it already. It comes with a well-made graphic cards, amazing storyline, adventure of all kinds. The AIs, the monsters that you're about to kill, the people that you have to fight, the AIs are well structured. You can have a lot of adventure in this game. It scares the shit out of you. This is one of the games that has one thing that others miss: friend value. When you are playing and your friends leave you for a reason, you really think about them and really hope that they were with you, because it's so different when you're playing with a friend. When I say a friend, I mean the AI in the game, not like a real friend playing with you. You miss them, man. What kind of other game is there that gives you that feeling? At number 5 we got Call of Duty. Almost all of the Call of Duties. Call of Duty has always had the best and amazing single players. All Call of Duties, their single players were absolutely beasts. Whenever Call of Duty comes out, I always play it just because of the single player, because I know that they will do something good in it. And like, they add times in the Call of Duties, those cinematics in them, just makes you want to play more. Also, for the best multiplayer out of Call of Duty was for the multiplayer for Call of Duty 4. It was fast-paced. The graphics were amazing for the time. Great engine, no lag for most of the computers. Everything was perfect back in Call of Duty 4 days. But from now on, everything has been very repetitive, and I'm really disappointed. But Call of Duty really made me happy when I played their single player. Amazing. I remember, guys, everything I say is not related to Ghosts. I think that Call of Duty Ghosts is not Call of Duty, it's shit Ghosts. I also started playing competitive, like on a hardcore stage with Call of Duty 4. That was one of the reasons why I made this YouTube channel.
I hate this.
Bro, there's still that guy behind green. He tagged you like fuck.
I hate this when we get recognized on servers.
Me too.
And then they... No, I don't hate that. I hate that when they are asking about war and a calm, and you know.
Yeah.
UAV awaiting orders. UAV inbound.
I'm actually so scared to move. Do you know how many times you got shot?
Yeah.
Just boom, 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 boom.
Care package on standby.
Oh, I see one. Hold on. Out of my way.
Where?
Fucking,
Good die.
Lightning strike on standby.
behind the fucking, fire truck. Almost running.
Lightning strike coordinates received. Inbound.
I'm gonna die. I know.
Come watch this corner again.
Is this guy still behind green? I'm gonna be screwed.
انتهى ستكون على ما يرام قتلته
Got him.
UAV awaiting orders. UAV inbound.
I just saw Luke flying.
The fuck, Indiana.
Care package awaiting orders.
He has a friend there, I think. I might have seen loot disappearing. I'm pretty sure he has a friend.
Lightning strike on standby. Lightning strike coordinates received. Inbound.
At number 4 we got GTA Grand Theft Auto. There isn't really much to talk about this game because you guys already know how good this game is. With its amazing graphics whenever it was released, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, GTA 5, all of them had amazing graphics for that time with such complicated worlds, such complicated gameplay, everything worked flawlessly without a problem. Except GTA 4 when they imported it on PC. I hope that GTA 5 won't be like that. GTA, you guys know, it's an open world sandbox game, do whatever you want to do. Everything is possible. What else I should say? And I'm also waiting for GTA 5 and on PC when I say I'm waiting. You know why? Because first, I don't have a console. Second, modding. Modding is only available for PC. You can turn your game into a totally new game with modding capabilities. At number 3 we got Fallout. As you guys know probably, Fallout 1 and 2 came out before I was even born, so my history starts with Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. More importantly, Fallout 3, because the amount of time I spent in that game was ridiculous when first I bought my Xbox 360. What is better than a post-apocalyptic open world? Well, this game offers that. There is something different awaits you in every corner, everywhere you explore. They did so much stuff to this game. They added so many things in this game, so many details. You can go to labs with whole books in them. You will get the greatest experience you can ever have in a role-playing game. You can basically nuke a town. There are mutants and people all over the map. Whole wasteland to explore, guys. It's a huge ass map. They even added like tunnels within, like below the map as well. This is one of the only games that only some people give karma in a game, which means you can either be a good person or a bad person, and depending on your choices, you will have different storylines. Well, the main story is the same, but there are some other stuffs that will change. You will have to fight different factions, different guns to use against them. I can't wait for the next Fallout. I really wish that they improved the graphics, because they know how to deal with the stories, they know how to deal with guns, they know how to deal with mutants, the AIs. Everything is great in this game. Except the graphics, because I'm a graphic whore. At number 2 we got Command and Conquer Generals. The best RTS hands down, guys. Best real-time strategy game. As a kid I spent so much time playing this with its horrible graphics, but the graphics doesn't matter for this game. I love it so much. It has a perfect economy system with different factions. There's no overpowered faction. All things are balanced. And one of the main things that it has no unit limit. You can make as many tanks as you like, as many helicopters as you like, which is something really likes modern games right now. You could basically make a chaos and destroy your freaking computer if you like. And just reminds me a lot of my childhood. And one more thing about this game is it's so good that I wrecked Kozik. You heard that, Kozik? I wrecked you, son.
Fall down. For peace. It's the right thing to do. Closing the distance. Yes, sir. Closing the distance. We're moving.
What?
Unit lost.
And at number 1, the moment that you've all been waiting for. This is a huge disappointment for most of you, I'm pretty sure. The game's called The WarZ, or Infestation Survivor Stories, with its horrible graphics, biggest amount of cheaters in a game possible, biggest amount of glitches in a game possible, the most horrible zombies ever made. All these things exist in this game. That means you should definitely not buy this game. It's not recommended by me. But guess what? I had amazing fun in this game back in the alpha days, guys. You guys have no idea how much fun we had in that stage with our friends when we played it. That's why it's here. I never had any fun with any other game as much as I did with this game. And the main reason why it's at number 1 is because it is the way that I know you guys. If it wasn't for this game, I wouldn't even exist. My YouTube wouldn't exist. That's why I appreciate this game, because through this I met you guys. We became friends. And that's why it's here. I appreciate you guys more than any game out there. See you all in another video.